Oh, what is going on, everybody?
Hello!
It is Pixel Partners, and welcome back to Phoenix. Right when we left off, we're getting truth and trying to get into Gant's office, but he's a dick.
Yeah.
So we gotta break in.
He's scary.
Hey, pal!
Hello!
Detective Gumshoe! Aren't you supposed to be in a meeting?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'm, just taking a breather. My feet hurt.
From sitting so long?
Actually, from serving everyone coffee.
Oh my god, the poor guy.
Sounds like Detective Gumshoe's still out of the loop. Say, haven't you seen Mr. Edgeworth? Edgeworth? No. Why do you ask? He's on a fire from both the police department and the prosecutor's office. It's almost like the battles between you two in court. That sounds serious.
Yeah. Is it because of what my sister said?
Yes.
Oh no.
That's basically what it all boils down to. Yeah. That falsified evidence 2 years ago. Now Mr. Edgeworth has the whole world after his blood.
Yikes.
Yeah. This doc. Edgeworth's crisis. But why would Edgeworth be blamed? It's not like he knew the evidence was forged. Lana Skye is the guilty party here, isn't she? Regardless, a prosecutor is responsible for the evidence they present in court. Not only that, but as you know, there have been a lot of rumors going around about Mr. Edgeworth. His amazing talent as a prosecutor has kept him safe from those who don't like him. But now, with this...
Are there really so many people who hate him?
Yes. In our world, only those with talent rise to the top. Mr. Edgeworth not only has that, but he's young. There's no better recipe I know of for making enemies.
And he's attractive.
Hey, Dick, keep up the good work, Keep. Yes, sir. Let's go out for lunch again sometime. My treat, eh? Yes, sir. You gotta take me back to that joint sometime, okay, Dick? Yes, sir. It seems you don't have any problems with enemies.
That's Phoenix.
Oh, fuck. Seems I don't have any problems with enemies. Sorry, I heard that guy. And it was resonating. Yeah, well, I'm careful not to stick out. Anyway, I'm a bit worried about him. Under all this pressure, I'm afraid Mr. Edgeworth just might crack.
No.
Alright, do you know anything about the SO9 incident, buddy? Actually, I took a look at the file earlier while the coffee was brewing. He seems genuinely concerned for Edgeworth.
Yeah. So
Well,
am I.
Did you find out anything? The only evidence Doc left behind was during his final attack. His final attack? You mean when he killed Prosecutor Marshall, who was trying to protect some girl?
Me.
Oh shit. Seems Detective Gumshoe never realized Emma was the girl.
No.
That's when he left the most incriminating evidence of all.
Well, what was it?
Oh, let's see. I think it had something to do with the murder weapon. Oh, I forget. Look, it's all written somewhere in here, okay? His powers of recollection never fail to impress.
Maybe we should show him the murder weapon. It might jog his memory.
I can do that. Also, let's talk about Doc's crimes first, and then,
Yeah.
Joe Doc was 42 at the time of the crime.
He looked older than that.
He was just your run-of-the-mill businessman. Well, he was fucking insane. So that
That's
does
true,
that to
yeah.
people.
That'll add a few wrinkles.
A businessman? What made him take the serial killing? One day on his home way from work, he hit someone with his car.
With his car? So, it was an accident?
An accident, yes, but it transformed him into an animal.
An animal?
He killed a man that witnessed the accident. Then he killed a lady who saw the second crime. A kid walked by just then, so he killed him too.
Wow.
And then when he burned the bodies, a jogger came upon the scene and he was killed well. Finally, he turned himself in.
What the fuck?
Wow, that was a little,
That's like GTA.
Seems he was
It's like Grand Theft Auto
Yeah.
again.
Seems he was a pretty careless animal. Of course, this is all conjecture. There wasn't a single shred of evidence. So he turned himself in. Yes, but in the middle of his questioning, he fled and murdered his final victim. Prosecutor Marshall. That crime was witnessed by someone too, but luckily Doc was arrested on the spot. It's a good thing that last witness wasn't killed. That last witness, aka Emma.
I'm right here.
It's like, damn, thank God you weren't killed. Okay. Alright, where the fuck is the knife I'm trying to... God, okay. Here we go. Let's go ahead and... Wrong button. present that one. Now I've got to go all the way.
Hold on.
Yes.
Go back to the switchblade knife. No, okay, never mind. I thought I saw something weird about it.
What did you think?
Because I was looking at like the metal, the gold part, and I'm like, wait, is that like part of the symbol that they all have for getting? But no, it's
just a lever to pop it. Ping.
My brain saw it for a split second. I was like, wait.
All right, stop, dog. About this. Hey, is that? Has a tag attached to it, the label SL9 incident on it. I believe this would be the broken murder weapon you were speaking of. What are you doing with that? Ever since that case was closed, that knife's been locked away in a locker.
On the day Detective Goodman was murdered, this suddenly disappeared from the locker. And it was found in Mr. Edgeworth's car muffler.
That's it. Now I remember what that incriminating piece of evidence was. Fuck. When you showed me that knife, it all came back to me.
Well, what is it, Detective? Quick, before you forget again.
I guess you want to talk now? Murder weapon. Talk. What's this conjecture? This knife. It was Joe Dark's, wasn't it? That's right. We traced it back to the store he bought it at. Plus, it had his fingerprints on it too.
But no one actually witnessed him using it to murder anyone, right?
That's where his luck ran out. When you take a good look at the knife, you'll see it's broken.
You don't have to take a good look to notice that.
Yeah, well anyways, take a guess where the broken tip of that knife was found. That's what did him in.
Where was it?
The victim, Neil Marshall, was carrying it inside his own body. It was found deep inside the stab wound. Did it match Dark's knife? You bet. Down to the last fiber.
That's pretty conclusive.
Alright, now we got Neil's autopsy report. Stabbed in the back, died from a punctured heart and lung. The knife was in the wound. Stabbed in the back. It's a little weird since they were fighting from the front, but...
Yeah, but he could have just went down and...
Alright, and then they updated this. Belonging to Murder Joe Dark. Tip was found in the victim's body. Well, there you have it in a nutshell. That's all I know. Can I ask you one more thing? What it is? If it's money you need...
What it is?
Yeah, I did that on purpose.
Okay.
If it's money you need, you should ask Chief Gann.
I got concerned about
money,
you for a second.
But it does concern the chief. His office is a crime scene, right? It's where Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered.
The chief's out now and his office is locked. But we'd like to have a look around if that's okay.
You really want me to get fired, don't you? Well, a detective's ID card can unlock the door.
What? Really?
But if I let a civilian in there, I'd be charged with breach of trust.
Breach of trust?
Simply put, I'd be canned. Oh, thankfully I have one right here.
Yeah.
Sorry, pal. I don't plan on getting fired because of you.
How about this ID card? It was Detective Goodman's.
That won't work either. The data was deleted the day he died. Fuck.
Oh.
So in other words, Gumshoe is our only chance of getting into that office.
But I don't want him to get fired. I wonder if there's something we could show him that would make him change his mind.
What do I have that I could show him that would change his mind? I've got 3 pages of shit. Okay. I mean, we know what we need from that, but I don't know if that's, fucking.
Should I look up the thingy?
Go ahead.
Okay.
While that's going on, I'll make some internal injectures. It could be the rubber gloves, because if he had gloves on, he wouldn't be able to leave.
You've been saying
finger.
injecture a lot lately.
I have?
Yeah.
Oh, weird. I mean, the rubber gloves could be it, because he wouldn't leave any, like, fingerprints on a knife if he was using rubber gloves, but that's a stretch.
Is this day 3 investigation? Or is it day 2?
It'd be day 3. It's the final day, so day 3 investigation.
Okay. Already? Wow.
Yeah. Then we just got all the cord afterwards. What the fuck do I
Emma,
have?
talk to Lana, talk to Marshall. Chief's office. Talk to Gumshoe.
Yep.
Present switchblade knife. We did.
Yep. Anything else I can present?
Present switchblade knife. Talk to Gumshoe. Murder weapon. Is there anything else he has to talk about?
I don't think so. Because he gave us the autopsy report and the murder weapon got updated and all that.
Well, it says move to the High Prosecutor's office to talk to Edgeworth.
Oh, I guess we'll just go to Edgeworth and get something from him, I guess.
You have to do police yeah.
I fucking
and then the parking lot, and then yeah.
Hate this so much. Hate this so much.
Edgeworth.
All right, boy.
You okay, dude? Probably not.
I wonder if Edgeworth is back yet.
There he is. He looks like he's writing something.
What are you doing here?
We love you.
He sure was quick to throw that paper on the floor.
Oh, wow, yeah.
The floor. Tough day in court, huh? I've had to live the past 2 years with rumors flying around. What's another allegation to me?
Cheer up, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm rooting for you.
That's Edgeworth for you. Always trying to hide his real feelings. So, what do you want? Unlike some people, I don't have all day. I'd like to talk? Or maybe I can examine this piece of paper that you threw down.
It's like you just scooched past him and reached down and take it.
What are you doing? Nothing? What are you doing?
Come on, Mr. Wright. Let's take a look.
Are you crazy? Edgeworth is sitting right there.
Just distract him. I'll check it out. Kiss him or something.
Hey, Edgeworth. Is that Detective Gumshoe at the window there? Oh no, he's falling to the ground. Hold on. First, let me see what this girl's doing crawling around my feet. He didn't even look.
What? Letter
If you're having trouble, I'll read it for you. It says, letter of resignation.
No!
Resignation? Edgeworth, you don't mean... I'm tired, right?
No!
I feel as if something inside me has died.
But Mr. Edgeworth, none of it is your fault.
I know the path I've walked. You'll need to tell me. And the path I've walked hasn't been a just one. I can't forgive myself for what I've done. And no one else should forgive me either. Uh-oh. I think he's serious.
Mr. Wright, please, you have to do something.
This letter of resignation. Wonder if I can use it for anything. Gumshoe will definitely fucking get me in there on that one.
Dude, you can't.
Alright, there's no excuse for what I've done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict.
But you didn't know.
That's what it all breaks down to. And nothing I do can erase that fact.
Yeah.
But you didn't know, did you? I mean, the evidence was falsified. The police department and the prosecutor's office share a bond of trust. If that bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. That the police department's error is my error. My responsibility as the prosecutor in charge. That fact remains the same no matter what excuses I might have.
Mr. Edgeworth.
I take pride in my work. So tell me why. Why does that all come down to this?
Tell me why.
Even Edgeworth can't keep this kind of emotion bottled up.
No.
Come on, let's try. Are you gonna be there?
Yeah.
Are you up for the trial tomorrow? First last year's trial, now this one. Seems all you do is worry about me. To be honest, you're getting on my nerves.
We love you, but Mr. Edgeworth, you can't just walk out on the trial.
Tomorrow's the last day. It's too late to change prosecutors. I'll bet that's what my superiors are banking on. I never thought that case would come back to haunt me like this. What do you mean? The list of evidence. It seems too short. Most lists run twice as long.
Wow.
It's only half as long as most lists? That is odd.
That is.
After Neil Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for that case. I mean, I'd been part of the investigation, but I knew what I had to do. Use the evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. That was really the only thing on my mind at that time.
Say, we just saw a picture taken around that time.
That picture. Something seems strange about it. The day of the crime. The day of the criminal. Can you tell us again about what happened that day? Detective Goodman was murdered. You're participating in a ceremony over at the station, right? Never cared for ceremonies, but I had to attend that one.
Because you were awarded this?
Those receiving awards can't exactly skip out on the ceremony. I finished up at the office in the morning, then drove over to the police department. You finished up at the office? Yes, just odds and ends, clerical stuff. I didn't plan on returning to the office that day. That is, until I was asked to take something back.
Take something back?
This.
Oh yeah! Chief Gant asked you to hold on to that, didn't he? Me and hers,
Yes.
oh yeah, was one and the same.
Yes, it was a piece of evidence in a case that was closed half a year ago. He asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office. That's the story we heard yesterday. So you came back here to the prosecutor's office because the chief asked you to? That's right.
Something's fishy about the chief, dude.
Absolutely. It's not like the chief went in there beforehand, killed Goodman, called Edgeworth to come to the police office to get something. Then he stores the body in Edgeworth's trunk and is like, yeah, can you go take this back to the prosecutor's office for me? Then brings his car with the body now in the trunk to the prosecutor parking lot where Lana Sky then does whatever the fuck happened over there. But yeah.
Huh.
There you go.
Huh.
All right. Maybe he wants to see that picture because they said something about that, but
Yeah.
this picture is hanging on a wall in Chief Gant's office.
They just took it.
We just took this whole painting. Prosecutor Marshall. He had just started making a name for himself. Or Prosecutor Marshall.
Yeah.
He just started making a name for himself. Looks like this is taken when he received the King of Prosecutors trophy.
Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me.
Yes?
Trophy Mr. Marshall is holding. It's a little different than yours.
It has a sword
Yeah, it has
on
a
it.
sword.
A broken sword. Short sword. Yes, you're right. I remember now. Remember what? That was what the official prosecutor's trophy looked like until 2 years ago. There's a story behind its design.
A story?
Sound interesting? Would you mind telling it to us? It's simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the award's based on. I guess we'll talk about that? Yeah, talk.
Yay!
This award originates from an ancient Chinese tale.
Story time with Edgeworth.
In Chinese, the word contradiction was written with 2 characters. The first means halberd, and the second means shield.
Oh.
Have you heard this story? Me? Sure, everyone knows that. Why don't you tell it, though, for Emma's sake? Very well.
Phoenix, you ditz.
But why this? Long ago in the kingdom of Chu, there was an arms merchant. Objection! One day, he presented the king with 2 items. Hold it! What were those items? The first was a halberd he claimed could slice through any shield or armor.
It's a testimony.
The second was a shield he claimed could withstand any weapon. Huh. Wait a minute. Those claims contradict each other. Very perceptive. Then again, you've heard this story before, right? Anyway, as you mentioned, the very description of these items discredited them both. When the king pointed this out, the merchant was left speechless. And thus, the Chinese word for contradiction was born. I wonder if that's true.
Oh, I see. So the chipped shield and broken knife symbolized...
How they fuck each other up. Precisely so. They symbolize the merchant's items. Ancient tale ends with the merchant at a loss for words. But it's in our nature to pursue matters to their conclusion. Even if it results in something as ugly as this.
Wow, thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. I learned something new today.
That's funny. If that's so, then why were you only given a shield? Huh. You'll have to ask Chief Gant. 2 years ago, he had the halberd part of the award abolished.
Huh.
Chief Gant. Huh. They're updating so much shit. So why would he want to take apart the weapon? Why would he want to take the weapon off of that?
I don't know.
It symbolizes something. I'm not quite sure. Why am I running it? Why is fucking Miss Pornstar gonna be in here?
I mean, I guess it would be her, right?
That's the only person I can think of.
Excuse me. Yep.
Yeah, there we go.
Would either of you care for a £1/4 of roast beef?
Absolutely. A star. I guess she's out of lunches.
I kind of like her now.
I know, right?
You certainly are the curious sort, aren't you? Kind of like the first person who sucked a cow's nipple to discover milk. I mean, how did that happen?
Yeah, there's a lot of questions.
Still, I never thought you'd go digging up that case from 2 years ago.
Everyone in this trial was involved in the SL9 incident. Not only that, the murder occurred on the very day the evidence was from that case was due for transferal. This can't be attributed to mere coincidence.
Aren't you forgetting something? You know, that little scene I happened to witness?
The instant Lana stabbed Detective Gilman with a knife.
No matter how much of the past you dig up, it won't change what I saw. Roast beef is meant to be savored when eaten.
Miss Starr's hatred toward Lana. It all dates back to 2 years ago, when it cost her fucking job.
Yeah.
Oh god, I don't want to talk to you, but fine.
Joe Dark. That's a name I'll not soon forget. We trailed him for half a year. Oh, the pressure. Still, I don't think I was ever more alive than I was then. Those days were steamier than a bowl of hot gravy.
Damn.
Poor old Jake Marshall, though. He must have been going through hell.
You mean because of his brother's death?
They were close, those two. After Neil died, something took over Jake. He became obsessed. Seeing Jake like that made her all the more desperate.
Her?
Lana Skye. My sister? The best of the best were put on that SL9 case. Of course, they were led by the legendary duo.
These two.
Lana and Chief Gant.
After the case closed.
That legendary pair was the reason we were able to keep up our investigation. That's why we were so shocked over how it turned out.
You mean with the forging of the evidence?
Don't get me wrong, Joe Dark got what he deserved. Still, it was obvious the evidence produced in court was being manipulated. Items our team never found would suddenly appear while other items were kept secret. But you don't have proof anything illegal was done. I'm proof enough of what happened. After that case, all of us, save Goodman, were relieved of our duties. Without even so much as an explanation. Then Lana Skye transferred to the prosecutor's office and became chief prosecutor. Lana always wanted to be a prosecutor. Nothing's quite as simple as it appears. Huh? Lana Skye was merely being used as a pawn. That's my take on the matter.
I think everyone can agree on that.
Yeah.
She was being used, you know, by the other fucking guy.
Yeah.
God, Phoenix.
Damon Gant and Lana Skye. Gant led the investigation with Lana second in command. They were the best.
I don't know why, but when I look at a screenshot like this, I just picture like a Metal Gear Solid-esque artwork. Just because the characters can be so over the top and dramatic military-wise. I could see him, Gant, being a fucking character.
Dude, he doesn't have his weird gold thingy here.
Not yet.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's a...
Chief of police thing, or chief of, yeah.
But
right?
then why would, what's this? I don't fucking know. Anyways,
Yeah.
he doesn't have his shit yet.
He still has the owl.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
They solved all kinds of cases together, didn't they? Damon Gant's magnetism in particular was almost unreal.
His magnetism?
By that I mean his ability to attract evidence. Oh. Oh. He'd produce the most incredible, I can't talk. He'd produce the most incredible evidence in the cases he handled.
Incredible evidence? You mean...
Oh yes. There were rumors about him even back then. No one dared confront him, though.
I mean, he's a big motherfucker.
Yeah.
I take it she's talking about forged evidence.
Back then, everyone looked up to Lana. All the detectives wanted to be like her. Really? Oh yes, myself included. I was a fool, really. She hated anything crooked and always watched out for the other detectives. That's why she was so concerned for Jake. Mr. Marshall. When Jake's brother was murdered, she felt as if she had lost her own brother. If it wasn't for her, I don't think Jake would ever have recovered from his shock. That's what makes it all the more infuriating. Miss Starr. That's why I'll never be able to forgive her. Why did she have to turn so cold after that?
Well then. Anyways, about being used. Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office 2 years ago, didn't she?
Yes, thanks to Chief Gant's powerful influence. Chief. That's right, having solved the SL9 case, his position as chief was secured. There was only one thing left for him to control, and then no one could stand in his way. The prosecutor's office.
Yep. What? You mean that's why Lana was transferred?
If he could control the chief prosecutor, he could control the prosecutor's office. That must have been his goal all along. But how could he control Lana? I don't know, but one thing's for sure. Ever since that case ended, she's never been the same. It's only logical. I need to slow down. It's only logical. Only logical to conclude there must have been a reason for her change.
At last, I'm finally getting close to the bottom of this ugly mess. Thank you, Miss Starr.
You listen to me, rookie.
What?
It takes more than just ingredients to create fine cuisine. I hope you turn out to be a better chef than I've been.
I'll do my best. All right. I need to go this way. I need to go.
Like, she's not a bad person. She
here?
just has a really big grudge.
Yeah. So much ticking. Come on, I just want to break into that fucking office and get down to the bottom of this. Oh, you're back. You're still here? I gotta make 150 copies of these files. Brewing coffee, copying files. I'm turning to a regular DJ.
You're a DJ as well?
If I'm not mistaken, I think he means desk jockey.
Oh, that DJ.
Gotta admire your persistency,
DJ shoot,
but my answer's still no. God damn it.
Huh?
I'm not letting you in the chief's office. Period.
Well, how about you look at this rough draft of Edgeworth's resignation letter then?
You love him too much. Just face it, that'd be my neck on the line. The office's last crime scene of the SL9 incident. I have to take a look in there.
There's got to be something we can do to make the detective change his mind.
You're goddamn right.
Present!
What's this crumpled up piece of paper? No way! Miss Edgeworth can't be serious. Is he ever not serious? I can't believe they've pushed him this far.
Mr. Edgeworth really feels responsible.
When I first met him, I thought he was as cold as ice too. But I know different now. He trusted us detectives to provide him with sound evidence. But we betrayed him.
Detective.
That's it. I've made up my mind.
But...
Here, take my ID card. We can't do that.
Yeah.
If someone found out...
They wouldn't let you off the hook with another lost item report.
Look at me. It's no secret I'm already out of the loop. After all, I'm friends with Mr. Edgeworth. Depending on how this case turns out, I may already be as good as terminated. What? So at least let me do this. For Mr. Edgeworth's sake. Alright, detective. Thank you.
Oh, my heart!
Oh, man. Thanks, dog.
Can you imagine him getting fired? I would want to punch the TV.
I'd be sad.
I would want to punch the TV.
Alright. It's time for us to step into the chief's office.
Here goes, Mr. Wright.
Hey!
Watch him be in there.
It'd suck.
Yeah, it would.
I knew you'd be back.
Oh God! Don't even.
You see that knife? I think you're about to trip onto that knife right there.
Oops. We're in.
And we're gonna really check out what's in here next time.
Oh wow! All
Yep.
that build up.
All that build up, and
That's
it's gonna pay off
mean.
soon.
Yeah.